Okay, so the festive season is pretty much upon us now. It's December. I've got my Santa earrings on, I've got my Christmas jumper on, and I thought that now would be a really great opportunity to give you a little bit of a breakdown video of my Gilded Pistols glam rock fashion shoot. So this shoot came about as a result of a last-minute cancelled job. My client had booked me and my team to shoot a glam rock style collection inspired by rock and roll legends, stories and characters. My stylist had already done the hard work in sourcing each outfit for each look. And it was quite complex because he really wanted each character to look convincing and not feel like costume. So shortly before we were actually due to shoot, the job was cancelled and postponed until the new year. Naturally, we were all so gutted, and my stylist in particular, because he was so excited about the clothes that he'd sourced, and so was I. And it wasn't until maybe a few hours after we found out the job was cancelled that my stylist messaged me and said, "Look at the stuff I've got, it's gorgeous." He sent me all the photos, and my team and I just decided that, knowing that these pieces are seasonal and we'll probably never get the opportunity to photograph these again, we just couldn't let them go to waste, and we had to do them justice. So we decided to keep the date and add a few more pieces and make the whole shoot entirely our own. We decided to turn this little negative into a positive and see the shoot as an opportunity to have some fun before the end of the year. So it's just a day of great music, great clothes, great team, so much fun, and we even all decided to come in a uniform of leopard print, gold and glitter. Nobody on set disappointed. This project became all about play and nothing more complicated than that. I also used it as an opportunity to play around with some new lighting ideas with no pressure on my shoulders and just get something gorgeous for my portfolio. Lighting wise, I decided to go for a bit of long exposure and some colored gels. The combination of these two just really helped add to the kind of party feel that I wanted to give off, and all of the clothing and the accessories that we were working with were very reflective, really shiny, all things that I love. And when you do the long exposure and you hit it with some different lights, you can really accentuate the movement there and really bring out the sort of shiny elements. For each look, I decided to keep it pretty simple, and I shot the whole thing against this plain white cove that's behind me. I shot it in the studio. And for my key light, I had my trusted silver beauty dish with a honeycomb grid attachment to give it that dark kind of spotlight feel. And I had that directly in front of the model, pointing down at about a 45-degree angle. In terms of the color that I got, I used two strobes with two different color gels attached. And I put those strobes either side of the model. So one was camera left, and that was being fired directly into a white polyboard. And the reason I did that was because I didn't want too much harshness and too much saturation coming off of the gels. One was intended more to kind of pick up the colors and the skin, and that one was the one I decided to fire directly into a white polyboard so that the color would come back onto the model a little bit softer. And the other gel, which was a little bit further back, and it was pointing kind of towards the model in the same sort of way that this light is pointing towards me, that was just left with a plain gel on it, as in no other attachments, no other filters or diffusion. And that was at a pretty low power, but it was kind of intended to pick up a little bit more saturation so that we had a little bit of asymmetry in terms of the color. The only other light I used was when we were shooting the full length. So because I was using a beauty dish as my key light, the one that had the honeycomb grid attachment, it creates quite a spotlight effect. So you don't get as much light traveling. You don't get the light spilling as much as you would like to if you were to do a full length. So it's quite limiting in that way, but it is my favorite light. I love creating that really strong, contrasty, dark kind of feel in my images, and that's the modifier I like to use. So sometimes if I'm doing full length, I will need to fill out the rest of the body. So it was a strobe off to one side at a slight angle. You can see it in one of these pictures here. I just had a small softbox, octabox attachment to that, and it was really there just to illuminate the lower part of the model's body and bring out any sparkles that we were missing. So in terms of the lighting effect that I got, I essentially just set my camera to have a slightly longer shutter speed than usual, and I had my flash set to second curtain. Now, This is something that will vary person to person in terms of how long of a shutter speed you do, how bright you make the lights. It really does depend on the subject that you're shooting and how much movement that you want to capture in your images. Every single time I go to do it, I'm always experimenting lots before I actually start shooting. So when we got our first look on set, I played around with lots of different things. I played around with a super slow, super fast shutter speed. I experimented with what would happen if I moved the camera loads and kept the model still, if I kept my camera still and the model did the movement. And I also did some shots where we were both moving together. And as I had my digi with me on the day, he was able to look at the images as they were coming through the camera and say, that looks amazing, that worked, less movement, more movement, which is a way that I really like to work, because I feel like a lot of the time when you're shooting fashion, it's really nice to keep the momentum going. I'm not a big fan of constantly stopping the flow in order to check the laptop or the computer, or to look at the back of the camera to see what you're getting. I think once you've kind of got yourself into a place where you're happy with how the images are coming out, shoot and go and go and go. Let the model warm up, let her do her dance with her, get a kind of rhythm going, get a flow going. Because I always find just at the point where I think, right, I'm going to stop, I think I've got it, the model does something else, and I just want to keep it going until I can feel that my arm's starting to get sore, or my shoulder's going, or the model, I can see maybe the lights dimming from her eyes. That's the time to stop, not when you think you've got it, not at the peak of adrenaline. The shots that I really loved were where the camera really picked up the light trails that were coming off of the sparkles, the jewelry and the accessories. I loved the way that you could really see the movement from that. I think one of my favorite outfits from the day was probably this leopard print number, purely because it surprised me. I haven't really seen anything like that, and I didn't really see it coming. Having said that, the outfit with the bodysuit and the giant gold wings were absolutely magnificent, and I could have photographed that all day. And I love it when you can create movement like that. It's just incredible, and it's so much fun. But obviously we had other looks to do, so I had to limit it somewhat, which was really tough. In terms of the color choice for the gels, I tended to have two different colors, one on each side, and I tended to stick with complementary colors. But that would change depending on what colors we were working with the outfit, what kind of really complemented the feel and the movement that the outfits were giving, and what kind of light trails that we wanted to create as well from all the sequins and the jewelry. So I hope that was interesting and suitably festive for you guys. In an ideal world, I would have loved to have had more behind the scenes footage for you for that shoot. Unfortunately, it's just something that none of us really took much consideration over. We really just showed up, got completely stuck in, and we would just shoot all day, and we didn't really think about much else. So on my future shoots, I'm really going to make it my mission to do more behind the scenes and to really make that a core part of my channel and the videos that I send to you. And on that note, it would be amazing if you like this video that you could hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, and it enables me to keep on doing more videos like this, and helps me work towards better videos for you guys in the future. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you next time.